Hello again, it's Mr. RG Stuff here. Now, as my very simple linear tracking gramophone is still out on the workbench, I thought I'd just go over it a bit and explain the whys and the wherefores about it. So first of all, why linear tracking? In what way is it linear tracking? Well, essentially it's linear tracking because the sound box moves directly across the record. So most gramophones, and for that matter record players, have a pivoting tone arm, and that means that the angle of the needle to the groove on the record changes as it moves across the record, because essentially it goes in an arc rather than in a straight line. And if I just grab the sound box, I can explain it a bit better, because the way the sound box works is basically as this needle here vibrates, it pushes this plate here called the diaphragm up and down, and causes sound or airwaves to be basically pushed out the hole in the back. And it works best when the groove of the record actually vibrates it directly back and forth like that. If the sound box is at an angle to the groove, it's still vibrating back and forth like that, but not all the vibration is being transferred to making this go in and out. Some of it's sort of been transferred into trying to make it go side to side like that, and it just doesn't work as well. And what's more, it does actually increase the wear on the grooves. The grooves actually wear because the sound box is sort of fighting the way that the grooves are actually turning. So because it's not actually turning in an arc, the angle of the needle to the groove stays the same as it moves across the record. Now, while we're here, I'll just talk a little bit about this sound box. Now, this is actually one of my own design, and it's based on a sort of early style of sound box. In fact, it's a bit like a H&V sort of number 4 sound box, which uses like a mica diaphragm. This is actually part of a CD case, and I've done videos basically about how to build these. So this is a CD case, bit of cardboard tubing, 3D printed back, some plastic piping. I basically replicated the same fitting on the back here that is used on real gramophones. So this will fit a real gramophone, and what's more, I've got a 3D printed part here which actually replicates the fitting off a real gramophone, so I can actually fit proper sound boxes onto my contraptions as well. So just moving along a little bit, so what else have we got? So it's actually very simple other than that. Basically it's a piece of plastic piping here. Now this is, I think it's a 55 centimetre length of plastic piping. It's 21.5mm waste piping, I think. In fact, it actually says 21.5mm there. In the UK, this is pretty standard stuff. You can get it in any hardware store. Obviously, in different countries, you'll have access to different piping, but something about that is about 3/4 of an inch or so, maybe a little bit more. And I've just found some cardboard tubes or cardboard tubing which I've just cut. These are about 2-3 centimeters, maybe an inch or so in length, and hot glue them onto a piece of wood. And basically, it keeps it in position, but it's also free enough to slide back and forth. So as the record turns, the needle is pushed or forced in this direction here, and actually just moves the tone arm out like this. And at the other end of the tone arm, I've just got a standard 90-degree angle, also from the hardware shop, and a sort of air horn type horn. And this is one I picked up at an outside show a few years ago. And I built a little adapter. I made a little adapter here. This is 3D printed as well. But to be honest, pretty much anything there will work. Anything horn-like. I mean, I've used something like a plastic bottle before. I certainly didn't need to use a 3D printed part. I could have just used tape or something. So as an example of the sort of horn, this is sort of air horn type things. You get these as in kits to connect up to cars to make them play little tunes, and they're also attached to like aerosol cans as sort of hooters to be used at sports events. So if you can get hold of one of those, that's ideal. Failing that, something like a plastic bottle works quite well as well. And although I have used quite a complicated design here, it should be possible to get away with something a bit simpler. It's just that this is what I had to hand. This is my best creation so far for a sound box. So this is what I've gone with. Okay, well, I thought I'd end this video with a little demonstration of it in action again. This is a little Victory brand record from about 1930. Okay, well, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and if you have enjoyed this video, please subscribe to Mr. Archie's Stuff. Thank you.